Good afternoon. We are here today with Josh Butler from STX Inspections, and I am Sophia Keeler with Keller Williams Coastal Bend. Today, Josh is going to be telling us a little bit about the home inspection process, what you can expect, and hopefully answer some questions that you might have about it. So Josh, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
So just starting out, why don't you just tell us just a little bit about home inspection, why someone should get a home inspection, and just the basics of what they can expect.
Okay, so typically during the home inspection process, 95% of the people that are buying a home really don't understand what exactly they're getting. You know, they go into the house and they see the cosmetics, they see it looking pretty, and they assume, oh man, it's a beautiful house, I'm ready to buy it. We look pretty in depth at what you're looking for. We look at the structural stuff. We make sure that the home is safe, electric, all of your appliances, anything built in, anything that is a expensive mechanical thing. And we also want to ensure that the purchase that you're getting is worth your dollar. Not that we do any type of market analysis or anything, but we make sure what you're getting is solid and not really going to be a money pit for you.
Okay, and what are some of the types of inspections that someone might order? Let's say they've got a property under contract, they reach out to you to get the inspection scheduled.
Sure.
What different types of inspections are you checking with them to see if they want to have ordered?
Sure. My company, STX, we schedule anything that we can't perform ourselves. A lot of the things that we would schedule, I mean, I've scheduled anything from divers to welding inspectors to hydrostatic tests. Hydros are one of the most important things in our expansive clay soil that we have. If you've got a failing sewer system or a building drain problem, that could be hard on your foundation. It could start causing problems. So I absolutely recommend those. We also do termites, water wells, septic tanks, swimming pools, just about anything you may want, bulkheads, docks, boat lifts, etc. The general pretty much covers everything from the tip of the roof down underneath the foundation. If we got to get under it, we'll get under it. If we got to crawl on top of it, we'll get on top of it.
And then if you were to find an issue when you're doing the inspections, what does that look like on your inspection when they receive the report?
Okay, so the way Texas Real Estate Commission standards govern us to write our reports is you've got it inspected, not inspected, not present, or deficient. Just because it's deficient doesn't mean that the house is falling down. Just because we mark the door section deficient doesn't mean all the doors are falling off. It means that read the report, look at it. It may just be one loose doorknob. It may be a frame out of square or something causing a major problem. So just make sure and you look at the report and double check it. And if you ever have any questions after we do our inspection reports, we're always available. My company, you always get myself or my brother, and we are the ones that answer the phone. You don't get operators, you get us.
Let's say they get that inspection report. They found some items that are truly a concern to them. Maybe they've called you, they've spoken with you, they've decided, well, this is definitely something that would keep me from wanting to buy the house if it stays in the current condition. So they've talked to me, we've worked out a negotiation with the sellers for the sellers to fix something.
Sure.
What is something that they can do to make sure that that item was fixed correctly to the point where it would no longer be a deficiency on your inspection?
Some people may have some understanding or some concept of what the system is that we inspected and we called out deficient. Sometimes they have no clue and they don't even want to think about it. They just want to call me and ask for a reinspection. Absolutely, for a small fee, we'll go out there and we will reinspect all of the repair requests and make sure that everything was installed or repaired to a professional manner, so to speak. Sometimes we get over there and there's other opinions and other opinions may not agree with my opinion, and really at the end of the day it has to satisfy you, the buyer, the consumer, and make sure that you guys are happy. But you hired me to do a job and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability.
Now, I know sometimes when they get that inspection report, some of the things that I've read on there will indicate that something is operating in the way it was intended when it was built,
Yes.
but it no longer meets the criteria for something that would be built in the current day, and so it gets marked as a deficiency. Can you give a little bit of information about why we would see something like that on a report?
Absolutely, yeah. While we're sitting here walking and talking right now, they've probably changed 2 codes up there in the big offices up downtown. Anyhow, with that being said, we home inspectors on older homes, we're not code inspectors. I mean, Texas Real Estate Commission does require that we call out certain things to be deficient because of the most current code in some aspects. However, with that being said, if it's a brand new house, we do try to follow codes and make sure that all the codes are followed. However, a lot of the houses weren't built the way they are today. So the houses built in the 50s and 60s and 70s, they're not necessarily going to be to the most current code. In fact, most of them are rarely ever to the most current code. However, we want to make sure that it's safe, number one. And then we want to make sure that the small little minor repairs that we recommend or are necessary aren't going to cost you an arm and a leg to get there, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I do know that I work with a lot of investors. They know they're going in to purchase a property that's going to need some updating or it's
Sure.
going to need some repairs. Do you think it would still be a good idea for an investor of that type to still get a home inspection?
I think so. Like for instance, the one I did today. The gentleman, he was in Washington, I think. The one I did this morning. He'd never seen the house, sight unseen, and I go over there and I call him up and I tell him, look, you know, in a house this condition, you do have some obvious stuff, and I'm not really going to beat you up on the obvious stuff on the report. I'm going to make a notation, and it's going to be kind of generalized. I'm not going to take 20 pictures of all this different wood rot. However, we get in there and we get into the guts of the thing and look at the rafters and look at the insulation and the major mechanical items and things like that. Those are the things that cost money. Those are the ones that we're concerned about, and we're going to make sure that he's well educated on what it is he's seeing when he gets there. That way he's not surprised with the purchase.
Okay. And now if you are an investor, you're going in to purchase a property, you're even trying to just determine at that point whether you're going to make an offer on the property or not. Get an idea of what types of repairs you think might be necessary.
Sure.
And if it's even worth making that offer and then spending the money to get inspections done. Is there something that someone might walk into a home and think, wow, this is a really big deal. I don't want to make an offer on this home because this is a really high dollar ticket item and it's very important for the structure of the property. Could there be something like that someone might see and it really isn't as big of a deal as it looks like it could be?
I get calls all the time from miscellaneous people, realtors specifically. They'll be out showing and they'll send me a text message or a picture, and then they'll give me a call right after. Hey Josh, what is this? Do you think this is termites, or what is this? Is this just wood rot, or how bad is this electric panel? What we're seeing on the exterior of it, is this like a major thing or whatever? For the most part, major stuff I can see over the phone or I can see on a picture. If it's not really so major, if it's kind of minor, it may need further investigation. However, we can determine if it's like a really major thing, and then you can, you know, move to the next step, so to speak.
Right. Okay. So we're able to get just some basic information like that before even making an offer on the home, just by giving you a quick phone call. If we've already established that professional relationship, you're there to answer questions for us.
Absolutely. And I mean, now if you're just the random person, the random customer, hey Josh, I need to borrow you for 30 minutes and talk to you. I'd rather not do that, you know, but if I have like Sophia, if Sophia called me right now or anytime, I'm going to answer the phone. I'm going to say, what's going on? What can I do for you? We're going to talk about it. She's going to say, what do you think about this crack in this wall right here, and then this window over here won't open, and this and that. I'm going to say, man, we might want to think about adding a foundation inspection to the whole group of inspections.
Right.
That way they can offer options for repairs, because as a real estate inspector, Texas Real Estate Commission does not allow us to work for you for 12 months after the inspection.
Okay, so we wouldn't be able to turn around after the inspection and then hire you to come out and do the work for us.
Correct.
Okay. Now, I asked about something that might look like a big deal, but really isn't. Now, on the flip side, what is the type of thing that you might go into a property, looks great, you're thinking, oh, everything's been taken care of here,
Oh, yeah.
it's just ready to move in,
I know where
turnkey
you're going
property, but there might actually be something that's a major issue that we can't even see or feel when we walk into that house. What is something like that that we might want to keep an eye out for when touring properties and considering making an offer?
Don't get too obsessed with the look pretties on the house. Anybody can put lipstick on something, you know. That's not what you want to be buying. I know you want to move into a beautiful home and everything, but if the floors are out of level, the doors don't close right, nothing's installed right, and the electric's not in a safe working manner, it's a lot to take on. And don't worry so much about it looking pretty, because any house can look pretty. Worry about the expensive stuff, you know. Let's make sure that we see it all the time down here. Flippers, they're going to go buy the house and they're going to make it look pretty for the average person to recognize. However, you go in there and you start looking underneath the house or start looking at it, and they may have cut out some rafters, or the house is out of level, foundation needs repair, yada yada yada.
That's why it's so important to get that inspection.
Absolutely.
I definitely appreciate you coming out on this beautiful day, taking a walk with me and sharing some information about home inspections. Again, this is Josh Butler. He's with STX Inspections. If anyone wants to get a hold of you, if they have some questions more about the home inspection process, or they want to go ahead and hire you to do a home inspection for them, how can they get a hold of you, Josh?
I'm on Facebook, obviously, STX Home Inspections, or you can call me or text me, 361-215-0926. Also, if you look at my Facebook, give her a little like or whatever. We have a lot of miscellaneous little videos we put on there of how-tos and what-tos and some funny stuff in there too. So
great.
Check it out. Hey, one more thing. If you're a veteran, thank you for your service, obviously. Veterans, first-time buyers, teachers, any of that type of thing, we offer discounts, and we very much appreciate what y'all do.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Josh. And I am Sophia Keeler. I'm with Keller Williams Coastal Bend. And if you need to get a hold of me, you can reach me at 361-756-1900. I will include links to our contact information in the comments to this video. And again, if you like these videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date whenever we put a new video out. Thank you.
Subscribe.